sort of role that can play in terms of assisting us with some of the problems we see in our schools. And it's over to Leanne for that.
Yeah, thanks very, very much, Sakina. And also, I know that you're going to be tackling a very important interview about a new game that's about to be launched in South Africa. Something about raping, a game about raping. I mean, this is just ridiculous, and it's a computer game, but more of that in a short while. So then you have to kind of understand where we're coming from in this interview. High school pupil Kulani Mathebula was killed for his cell phone. Thoriso Themane, 27, murdered by a group of teenagers. A 3-year-old boy dies after being tied up, stoned, and rolled down a hill. I mean, this begs the question, are we raising violent children? Well, our next guest, Puleng Motsoeneng, a director at Ntataise, says schools are meant to be safe spaces conducive for learning and has advocated for early childhood development or ECD programs. Good to have you in studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure, Leanne. Good morning.
So, I mean, we listen to all these stories that are taking place. And, I mean, I was just bringing up an interview that we're about to do in the next hour, in the next couple of minutes here on Morning Live, about a computer game that is about somebody going out and raping people. Now, I mean, how is this? What are we doing to our children in this day and age?
Sure, this is horrifying. I'm cold where I'm sitting
me
now.
Too. I felt the same way.
It's really terrifying.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, that's a computer game, but in real life, these stories that I've quoted, they're actually happening. Our children are being killed and are killing. What are we doing? I mean, how are our children being raised in such a violent manner?
You know, it's just a pity that children has to face all of that. But children are meant to be a young generation that need to be raised in a good manner, and that they raised to be good citizen. And I think the role of Ntataise, the organization that has actually been looking into creating a program that are stimulating children, has been striving to develop and help children to learn to be a good citizens.
Yeah. I mean, when we look at early childhood development, because at the end of the day, this is what this is all about, and it's centered around that. How are they designed to help children and parents?
The program that we have designed is actually looking to be developing children's holistically, that will, their mental development, their social and emotional, including the language. But what is also so good is that the program is actually helping children to raise with a good social skills, like sharing, feeling for each other, expressing their feelings in a positive manner. And in that way, we also throw in parents as first teachers to their children to actually help us raise children in a manner that they would be actually good citizens.
I mean, we look at programs, and obviously this program has the best intentions, but how much can a program do when a lack of parenting is also a big issue, and the parents are not there and not hands-on with these children? I mean, obviously both of these are needed, but talk to us about that, and that being an issue in our children's lives.
Parents will always be the first teachers to their children. And our program is looking to be empowering parents with their parenting skills. We're not taking parents as that they know nothing, but we're building on what their role is as parents. So our program is looking to be creating an atmosphere for parents to be able to talk to their children, listen to their children, allow children to express their feelings in an acceptable manner, and also to respect children as human beings, because they might be small, but they are fully human beings.
Yeah, they certainly are, and they have very loud voices, and we need to listen to our children and respect them. What age do these programs start from? I mean, when can a child start going through these ECDs?
We actually starting from birth to 6 years. But as you know, 5 years has been now taken to public schools. Babies and toddlers, I have special programs that are helping to stimulate them. We stimulate them, their physical, their well-being. We create an environment that they grow learning and experiencing many things in a very guided manner.
Yeah, yeah.
So our programs will include that teaching preschool teachers to be well equipped and as to how to interact with children, how to provide activities that are stimulating to young children.
Yeah. Give us an example of how. I mean, what are the kind of exercises? What does it involve? What do they do? What is it? Something that you could perhaps give us as an example?
We're using mostly the toys. It could be bought toys, it could be made toys. There are toys that will help children to develop their thinking skills and develop their solving skills. There are also toys that children will start to learn basic things, like they will understand the shape, the color, counting, all of that.
Yeah.
But there are also games that children are playing that will actually encourage them to develop group skills, taking turns, working together as a team.
Yeah, let's give some details out. I mean, is it a program that is, obviously it's working at the moment, but you would, I imagine, encourage lots of schools to participate in this program and do it for their children as well?
Yes, this program is actually intended to teachers who are working with children, but we also involve parents because we also want to create a smooth transition from preschool to home. So parents are actually also trained into how to get along with their children. But the training is actually taking, we call it in intensive training, that a preschool teacher will be taken to training for some time and also have some time to go back and implement. Excellent. So in that way, it's actually a learning during working as well.
Fantastic. Give us details. How do we get in touch with you? Or is there a website or something?
Yes, there's a website for Ntataise, which is www.ntataise.ca.za.
Excellent. Thank you so much for talking to us. I think a vital conversation. And Ntataise, Puleng Motsoeneng is a director there, talking to us about schools and how early childhood development programs are crucial to stem violence in children, and violence that we're seeing every single day and seeing here on our news every day of what children are involved in here in South Africa.